Hello, it's Randy at Funeral Funds of America, and in this video we are going to talk about $5,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, or funeral fund insurance for a 50-year-old female. And we're going to walk you through everything that you'll need to get pricing. Now, first of all, keep in mind on our website, on almost every page, we've got a quarter box here, and you'll be able to see and enter and get quotes for all of the insurance companies available in your state. It's the same quota that we use to quote people. It's very cool. You can kind of just experiment around there. You can also, we'll include it in the comments, you can also go to funeralfunds.com/YouTube, and we've got a special version of the quota there that we can get you discounted rates and everything as well too. So when we talk about insurance for burial, cremation, final expense, or funeral funds, anything like that, we need to talk about coverage amount. And in this video, we're talking about $5,000 worth of coverage. Now, $5,000 coverage for a female would be appropriate if you were looking for something for just cremation only, or if you're trying to add on to some existing coverage that you already have, which we can easily help you do, and just add on a little bit more coverage. But you know, the average cremation in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. That's if you come home in a cardboard box or an urn. If you're going to have a service of some sort, it's going to be between maybe $300 to $4,500, something like that in today's dollars. Just keep in mind that, you know, as time goes on, prices do go up. So we would typically help people with a cremation policy in the price range of anywhere, or in the coverage range anywhere from between $3,000 to $7,000. There's some flexibility there. And it's kind of really just one-on-one. We could certainly help you out with that. Now, if you're looking for a burial, $5,000 ain't going to cut it, folks. So the average cost of a burial right now in the United States is give or take $10,000. So the $5,000 wouldn't work there. But if you already had $5,000 and you just wanted to add on to the coverage to get to 10, or you had 10 and you were worried it wouldn't be enough, and you could add on another 5,000 and end up with 15. That would be totally appropriate, and especially when it's first day coverage, because after all, we don't know when we're going to die. You certainly don't want to have a 2-year waiting period. A couple other things here with this insurance, we typically recommend you just don't overinsure. A lot of times people would say, "Hey, I'd like to leave some money for my family," you know, anything like that, and we typically say, you know what, get the minimum amount of insurance you need. Your family, instead of getting money when you're dead, it's much more likely they would rather you kind of spend that money on them while they're alive and enjoy and share those memories with them, rather than just give money to them after your death. But definitely make sure you have enough coverage for your final expenses. We do want to get that taken care of. And we want first day coverage. Got to be careful. There's a bunch of plans out there that have 2-year waiting periods. They won't pay a penny in death benefits in the first 2 years unless if you die of a health or medical reason. Not ideal, right? You wouldn't buy a car that you couldn't drive for 2 years. You wouldn't buy a house that you couldn't live in for 2 years. Why would you get an insurance policy that's not going to pay in 2 years? So with the first day coverage, we help people with, there are some health questions, but really 95% people qualify for first day coverage as long as we get them in with the right company, regardless of whether you've got any kind of major health issues. There are a couple no qualification things that where a 2-year waiting period policy would be the only one you would qualify for. And that would be like a terminal illness or dementia, or, you're in a nursing home or a hospital or something like that. That's very rare. And once in a while, we'll get somebody that calls and say, "Hey, my uncle died, a week ago, and I need to get some burial insurance for him." And we have to let people know that, unfortunately, there's no such insurance plans that we can get insurance for people after they're dead. And it's very sad when that occurs because they're just struggling and reaching out for help. But that really underscores the importance of getting this taken care of now, not waiting too late. So let's look at a couple plans out there. We don't recommend the 2-year waiting period. Kind of one of the most popular, I wouldn't say popular, maybe most marketed plans out there is Colonial Penn. You see them all the time on TV, $9.95, right? Well, $9.95 doesn't really cover a whole lot. Let's take a look at that real quick. We've got a 50-year-old female right here, and let's see what $9.95 would buy. So $9.95 would buy 1 unit of coverage for a 50-year-old female. That's $2,000. That would be enough for a cremation right now, but not as time goes on. And we certainly don't recommend, that'd be tough. We don't recommend that 2,000. We would recommend somewhere between $3,000, $5,000, or $7,000 as a rule, depending. But certainly at age 50, $2,000. We expect you to live a good number of years, maybe 10, 20 years, and that $2,000 isn't going to cut it in the future. That's why we'd typically recommend somewhere between $3,000 to $5,000. More often, that $5,000 to $7,000 area. So with that in mind, one unit, that's obviously not $5,000. Let's take a look at this here. 2 units would be $4,000. That's $20. And 3 units is $6,000. So keep in mind, mandatory 2-year waiting period. Colonial Penn offers these plans with 2-year waiting periods. So do companies like AIG, Gerber, United of Omaha, Mutual of Omaha. So just be aware of that. As long as you're in reasonable health, you should never settle for a 2-year waiting period policy. But let's take a look at the pricing on what it would be for first day coverage. Very exciting. So we've got $5,000 here. We've got, let's change this to a female and age 50 years old right here. And let's get a quote. And again, this is the same quote that you're going to be able to use on our website. So we can look at all the different insurance companies. There's a whole bunch of different ones. You'll be able to see all of them on our quoter that you can use for free. And looks like the lowest price is $12.18. Let's go back, look at, oh my gosh. So this is 6,000. They don't have like 2.5 units. They only sell it by unit. But this 6,000 is $29. Let's look at 2 units. 2 units is $19. So in between those, 5,000 would be roughly $25 if they sold it. It just gives us kind of an apples to apples. So say it's $25 and, you are literally paying twice as much. This is $12.18. When you go with Colonial Penn or some of those other 2-year waiting period plans, you're going to pay more than 200% more for the same coverage, and they're going to make you wait 2 years. Why would you ever do that? You could actually get way more coverage. You could probably up this up to $10,000 and it'd be $24, and you're still less than Colonial Penn with twice the coverage amount. So not sure why you would ever want to do that. Let's take a look at a couple other insurance companies. There's one other company out there that advertises quite a bit, and companies that advertise quite a bit are typically more expensive. Lincoln Heritage, they've got a plan here where, they say when you pass away, they'll call, 2 or 3 different funeral homes or whatever that to like bargain the best pricing. And they make it sound like it's a big deal. They're a fine company. I've got nothing against them other than they're fairly expensive. And we provide some of those resources, some great resources for free. And we've got a funeral and estate planning guide where you can plan that all out in advance. And that way your loved ones don't have to worry about it. And it doesn't cost you a penny. So let's just round this up. That's $19. And let's go up here. So 19 minus 12, so you're paying 7 times 12 is $56 extra a year. After 10 years, $560. Not a lot of money, but why would you pay $560 when you don't have to? If you live 20 years, that's 1,000 and something, the math, it's over $1,000. You don't need to spend that money. So we recommend you not kind of get caught up in marketing or hype or anything like that and end up overpaying for insurance, because ultimately this needs to do one thing, pay for your final expenses. So if you need any other quotes, we are in the comments section. We're going to have quotes for 50-year-old female for $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, and $25,000. You can check out those videos. The other thing you do is just go directly to our website, and you can fill out any coverage amount you want. Again, we recommend you don't go crazy. Don't be like looking for $100,000 worth of insurance as we get older. That's not really very appropriate, so don't do that. And then also, you can call us directly at our toll-free number up here. And again, we will have a link in the comments section where you can access our special quoter for our YouTube channel, and we'll get you special pricing. But until then, we look forward to helping you out with this. And if you have any questions, reach out to us and play around with our quoter. And we just look forward to helping you out. You take care. Bye-bye.